And we're live. Okay. So, ever since the announcement for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out earlier this year, which is supposed to be released later this year, I wanted to check out Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 again. I've already played the game when it first released back in 2017, 2018, 2019, around that time. I played the game when it first released and also played, I think, like the first two DLCs. The one where we have to rebuild a village and the one where you have to do stuff with mercenaries. But since then, there's other DLCs that came out, and honestly, I just really liked the game. It was awesome. So I'm excited to play it again. Now, let me just boot everything up. Let's see. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. That's from Mega Mech. Boop. Well, where's my screen for the game again? Ah, there it is. Boop. Hopefully you guys didn't see anything weird like 5 minutes ago. I tried to start the stream a bit early, but the computer blue screened, so I hope you guys didn't see anything weird on your end. If you did, that's why. Anyway, the game should be here. Game, boot up, please. Oh. Game. Hello? No, the game. I think I know what happened. I set all this up earlier, but I think the blue screen just... Yeah, the blue screen reset everything. Okay, well, there's the game. And, hey! It's on screen, but frozen. Hey! It all works. Okay, good. It's fine. It's just a small little blue screen. Who cares? We'll be fine.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and
Holy Roman Emperor, yay.
had a long and successful reign.
You know how many times I heard that phrase? Like 15 times.
And his subjects lived in peace.
Well, okay. 50 times? 100 times?
When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope.
Damn.
Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Yay. Yeah, so I've played this game before when it first released. Hey, controller works. Let me just go ahead and hide this mouse. We won't need it. So when the game first released, I loved it. I played it until I got. I played on PlayStation, so I got the platinum trophy for it. So I heard that phrase, Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Empire. I heard that like hundreds of times. But there've been many new updates, new features. A whole tourney system was added. Oh, hello Vel. Hello. Oh, that's a nice little. What do you call it again? Like a writing font. I forgot to know your font. Oh, but I like the font. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a font. Okay. So I played this game when it first released back in the 2018s, and since we got the announcement for the new game's gonna release this year, I wanted to check it out again with all the new stuff added. Also, I've always been a history nerd, And in 5 years, I've gotten to learn a lot of history. So I'm hoping I get to seek new insight from this game. Anyway, let's start a new game. Oh, hey, nice. Oh, hardcore mode. I think I did it. I did the achievement to play the game in the hardcore mode with all all the debuffs active. I'll play regular mode, but I really liked I liked hardcore mode. Okay, regular mode. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV, but now with his son Wenceslas the Idle on the Bohemian throne was falling to disarray. This is the late Middle Ages, I think. The king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother Sigismund of Hungary. We're about 100 years before the Renaissance. So it's not, the Dark Ages like in the 800s, but it's not, Italy with super mega art and city-states and stuff. Middle Ages. In the Holy Roman Empire, which is like bigger Germany. Silver Scalets, 1403. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Ret Familia e Ultio? I don't know, something in Latin.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher, eh?
Get used to hearing people say God bless you. That's like saying hello.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Drunky, yee. It's hangover time.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get... You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that.
It was that.
I just scratched myself is all.
That wasn't it.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Oof, I heard that crack. Jeez. I guess that's what you get when you sleep on wood. What? No, there's no sound. No, what happened? Go back to the sound. No! Not the bugs again. I just finished playing something buggy. Just a scratch. Proceeds to get wound infected. Okay, so why is there no sound? Well, he asked us if I said this or you this morning, what on earth did you do get up to last night? By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you'll select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied, you can change it. Or you can just get better. Let's go with what did you get up to last night? Well, we were having a party in the tavern. Nothing much, me and the lads, we're just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time. Once this dialogue is finished, I'll look at why the sound is non-existent. I hope you didn't fill your head with nonsense. I got a feeling there's something you're not telling me, and it's connected with that scratch on your hand and that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently. What's the matter? So I'm learning to sword fight, and what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself. He says, good above all, you know how your father will react when he finds out. Blah blah blah. You know what he's going to do? I'm doing nothing wrong. On your own head it is then, I can't stop you, I can deal with your father on your own, don't come looking for me for help. Oh god, I have to ask stuff. No! The bugs again. Okay. Let me drink some water. I can't hear anything either. Ugh. Have my friends been here? Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me? I haven't seen them this morning. Last game cursed the stream. It might have. They should be hard to find. They being hanging out around the tavern somewhere as usual. Oh, leave it be, Mother. You're misjudging them. My friends aren't drunks. Oh, leave it be, Mother. Mother. You're neither a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon, and you've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? You're nothing but trouble. I'm hungry. I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself. Is Pa angry at me? He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help him finish the sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was, and you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry. I'll help him. Good. Always says his knees aches when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. Do you need help? No. Okay. Okay, pause. Now we can't save the game because of reasons, but if I tab out and tab back in, is the sound gonna come back? Sound, come back. Oh, hey! It worked. Ah. Okay. So it's time to play. The breakfast is on the table, she said. To eat any food, pick it up, or just eat it or something. Yoink. Bread. Bread rolls. Womp. Apples. Womp. Lentil soup. Womp. There won't be any other bugs. There probably will be. But hopefully nothing so annoying. You might see glitches, like people glitching out or doing stuff, but hey, it's fine. It's fine! I'm a bug expert at this point. I think. I just don't hope we get anything really bad like save corruptions or bugged quests. Pick up all the food. Yoink. Yoink. Here's my inventory. Let's eat the lentil soup.
I'll have to get something to eat.
Yeah, I know.
Hungry.
I just ate. Oh, he needs more. And an apple. And a bread roll. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. And the cheese. Yoink. I'm picking up all the food. It's fine. You don't need food. I need food. But this is a nice cozy home, right? So that's the bed. Ah, it's a fur. That's better than nothing. Do you sleep under the fur or over it? It is summer, so I'm guessing you sleep over the fur. There's a flat roof. But I know they're gonna have a pointy roof. Yeah, look at that. Look at those pointy roofs. Help snow fall off in winter. And there's extra space up above. There's a ladder to get up, but, you know, you can't. It's a bit dark. I don't have a torch, do I? There's the food reserves. Can I just... I could just loot all the food, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. Well, actually, it is a good idea, but my character doesn't know that. It's because I know the future that I think is a good idea. Carrots. Okay, well, let's leave it here. Up. Heyo. Anything else to talk about before I leave?
How are you, Henry?
Nah, all good.
Bye.
I'm playing with my controller because that's what I got used to when playing this game. It'll come in handy in combat, I think. Go to Father. At the forge. Ooh, first. So you can stick around this zone in the game for quite a while leveling up your skills if you need to. I only know of one really good trick. Is that you just gotta go around and pick up all the herbs you see. All of them. Until you level up your herbalisms to like a certain level. Boop. It gets easier the more skilled you are, the more of an AoE effect you have when you pick up herbs. You just have like a giant circle around you where you pick up all the herbs in one go. But we're not at the level yet. Wasn't there another take? I think you have to pick up herbs and do something with them, right? No, just picking them up should be enough to level up the skill. There's gonna be plenty. Even though we're inside a town. Hey, level up. What level am I looking for? Player. Skill. Herbalism. I think it's flower power. Yeah, gives you a flat +2 at level 5. Okay, so let's go and level up this level to level 5. Let's go! We're grinding already. It gets easier, I swear. And it's not too long. And we can use this for money purposes, I think. Also, those are the real models of real plants. I remember I learned how mint looked in the real world by playing this game. Also, you know, you can smell it, but never mind that. Oop. I was out in the forest. Well, okay, there's a forest nearby, and I was out in the forest, and I found a patch of mint that we use for cooking. So sometimes I have to go out to the forest and pick up some mint. But now there's a garden, so I don't have to do that anymore. But I used to have to do that back in the older days. Oop. Give me that. There's some sage. The purple plants. We're level 2. It's gonna take a while. I want to get to level 5. Give me those stat bonuses. All those small skills like herbalism or, I don't know, talking or repairing your tools or whatnot. They'll give you bonuses to the good stuff like speech or fighting or sneaking. It's all worthwhile, I think. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, look at that! We picked 2 at the same time. Our circle of... Our AoE of picking plants is growing. Let's see, are we gonna pick these 2 at the same time? Ha! Oh, no, we didn't. Don't I have a torch? No, I don't. Okay. That's enough plants for now. No, it's not. There's more. Give it to me. Yoink. Gimme. Hey, level 3. Are we there yet? Level 3. We have perk point level 5, 15, and 20. The herbs you sell have a 50% higher price. Herb picking activity will add experience to your strength stat too. That's amazing, but we don't... Well, I'm not gonna go all the way up there. Maybe later. let's just keep it to light stats farming. That's the only one I know of too. The others, I know you can. I think you have a way to grind all your stats in this village, but I'm only gonna do this one because otherwise it's gonna get real boring. Oop. I think that's all we can find in this area for now. It's right outside our house too. Okay. Hey, Papa. What's Papa in Czech? Pa? Whatever.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Okay, that's how persuasion works. You have your options. There's a hidden stats for the NPC you're talking to, who also has all of these stats. They're influenced by your clothing, so if you have a big sword and a whole bunch of blood, you're going to be intimidating. If you have nice clothing and you're clean shaven, you're going to have good appearance, and that's your speech stat. Anyway, I wanted to have a look around.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
Everything.
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
There's more.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Okie dokie. So we have our tutorial quest, and there's even more stuff we're going to be doing. There's not just these 4 things, there's going to be plenty of stuff. Anyway, back to herb picking, because that's another thing we're going to be doing. Hey, Valerian. I don't remember what all these herbs are used for, but doesn't matter. We're just going to pick them up anyway. Boop. Ooh, I want to read is it the glossary? The codex? The codex! Okay, I'm not going to read all of that. We have 25 entries. Let's read 1 entry for now. How about herbs? Anything about herbs? Village, trial by ordeal, tithes, Saint Wenceslas crown, safe conduct, Jews, invectives, guild, greetings. How about greetings? The basic form of greeting was bowing with numerous variations depending on the occasion. A light bow with the hand on the heart would benefit 2 noblemen of equal rank. A deeper bow was a more respectful greeting to a guest or someone of higher standing. The next level was to kneel on the left knee and bow the head in deference to rulers, barons, and high-ranking commanders. It expressed allegiance. The person would have to remain in this position until invited to rise. The most subordinate level was to bow while down on both knees, an expression of complete subjugation, often combined with a plea, typically for mercy. Doffing headwear was a practice that came in with Burgundian fashion in the 15th century. Burgundy is a region in France, I think. It's like east of France. Right now, in the 1400s, that's like the late 100 Years' War over there. We're in Bohemia, which is the Czech Republic. Pretty much. Let me look at my map. Yeah, that's pretty much... Yeah. It's just the Czech Republic. But I prefer Bohemia. I mean, come on. That's a better name, isn't it? Ah, I like it better. Particular forms of salutations also applied when addressing people. A townsman was to be addressed as honest, a baron as esteemed, and a lord as highborn. In the countryside, people greeted each other according to their nature, often mentioning in the greetings wishes of good health, prosperity, and God's blessing, or making reference to a Christian tradition. God bless, Christ be praised, etc. What about saying goodbye? Is there one for that? Farewells, greetings, invectives. Invectives. Although the more educated and higher born tried to keep invective and vulgarities out of their speech, swearing has been a part of the vernacular since time immemorial. Profanity was not only verbal but often appeared in written form in documents that sought to defame and humiliate those addressed. Some of those slurs arose by corrupting foreign language expression. Others were derived from animals or in their attributes, often used as insults when were onomatopoeic, so when I do blah, 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 like those noises, or metaphors. Words derived from adjectives, attitudes towards work, criminal offenses, political stances, professions, psychological malaise, or people's names. The worst kinds of insult questioned the honor of the individual. Such swear words were quite often led to court cases or duels. It was common practice that anyone not prepared to defend their honor would indeed lose it in the eyes of those around. What about court cases then? Is it the law? Trial by ordeal. Apart from resolutions by municipal or territorial courts, up to the 14th century it was common to unofficial in Bohemia to turn to God's judgment, or trial by ordeal. Guilt or innocence was proved by appealing to God. He had to judge guilt or innocence. A typical ordeal was to be put to the test by fire, hot water, poison, or dueling. The trial often ended in injury or even death of the accused or the accuser. Village. Look at that nice picture. Bohemian villages underwent a significant transformation at the turn of the 13th and 14th centuries. Farmers became entitled to inherit their farms, and wages and trading began to have clear-cut rules. The village ground plan itself changed, from erratically scattered homesteads towards organized plots, geometrically arranged, affording plenty of space for roads and the markets. The number of houses ranged from 20 to 25. That's pretty big. As we learned by playing Manor, that's about 25 families. The hub of the village was the common or public space, which served as a social, cultural, and economic area. Anything else about the law? Schools. There's schools? Oh, religious schools. School-based tuition developed only at the end of the 11th century, mainly in the monasteries and churches. Basic instruction held in Latin encompassed the 7 liberal arts, the trivium, grammar, Latin, rhetoric, dialectic, and the quadrivium, mathematics, geometry, astronomy, and church music. During the High Middle Ages, which would have been like 100 years earlier, there were two-tier Latin schools for boys. Girls were only rarely educated. Indeed, education in general did not carry the weight it does today. Most noblemen and wealthy burghers, which are village people, like townspeople, burghers, from a burg, I think it's German for town or something. That's why there's so many village burg, like Townsburg, Ainsburg, Hamburg, burghers. Okay, most noblemen and burgher people were illiterate, hiring scribes and scriveners as needed. Later on, the towns came to host centers of secular education, so that's non-religious education. Secular just means not religious, or earthly, or something like that. With the ultimate flowering thereof being the establishment in 1348 of an international format university in Prague by Emperor Charles IV. That would have been like 55 years earlier. Safe conduct. Oh, the document. A document of safe conduct. Most often gave protection in a particular territory. For example, John Hus, which is going to be an important name later. Jan Hus received a letter of safe conduct from Sigismund of Luxembourg when he went to the Council of the Constance. He did indeed survive the journey in good health, though the safe conduct did nothing to save him from being sentenced by the ecclesiastical court to burn at the stake. Pennant and banners, name and surnames, municipal finances, land armies, Jews. Oh, that's a big entry. Let's read it. The Jews in Moravia, which is another kingdom east of Bohemia. I think is that the Slovakia, maybe? The Jews settled in Moravia and Bohemia were probably even earlier than the 10th century. Initially, they were considered foreigners who the Romans had banished into exile. What, like a 1,000 years ago, maybe? Jewish traders in the Czech lands settled largely around the long-distance trade routes in major centers which the early Middle Ages were Olmok, Brno, something like that, Znojmo, and the center of the Elbe River environments. Most live in Prague, however. Records. Oh, that's me. What's the town we're gonna be visiting in the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? It's not Prague. It's the other one. The second one. I don't remember. Okay, whatever. Records tell about 120 houses in the demarcated Jewish quarter of the Old Town. They were under the legal protection of decrees by Wenceslas II and subsequently Charles IV. However, over the centuries, the flourishing and other activities as merchants and financiers gave rise to protests from many elements of society, in particular the Catholic Church. The Jews had indeed imported valuable gold and used it to barter for horses, furs, or slaves. Their rights became progressively circumscribed. They could not buy land or houses, had to live in specially designated ghettos, were allowed to lend money at interest, usury. Oh, were allowed. I thought it was said were not allowed. Okay, were allowed, and to trade only when they were not in competition with locals, and were prohibited from working as craftsmen or farmers. So it looked like they made them into bankers. Okay. The segregation of Jews was also underlined by enforcing labeling. They had to wear, for example, a yellow circle or a yellow ribbon on their garments, or a specifically shaped hat. The woman had to have a yellow ribbon in their hair, and the men mandatory beards. Mandatory beards. Too bad if you can't grow one. No help came from the church, which traditionally laid the blame of them for being the killers of Christ and for adhering to pagan rituals. In the Middle Ages, the Jews were considered the king's own and under his protection, so that if the townspeople were inclined to commit a pogrom, to set fire to the quarter and massacre the inhabitants, they would have to pay the kings hefty reparations. Some kings looked forward to such pogroms as a good source of income. Others protected their Jews. For example, Wenceslas IV granted the Prague Jews the right to their own town within Prague, with its own walls and 6 gates, but even this failed to protect them from the pogrom of 1389, when the king was traveling abroad. After his return, he levied the ultimate punishment on the organizers of the pogrom, which quelled further attacks for some time. So they made a comeback with the Hussite movement. Okay, the Hussite, that's an important thing, the Hussite movement. Historically speaking, we're like 10 years? We're like 10 years from the Hussites breaking out. When we were reading about safe, what is it called? Safe travels? Safe, what should we call it? Safe conducts. Jan Hus, he is a preacher who begins the Hussite movement. It's after his name, Jan Hus. Hussites, they're like early Protestants. They don't respect the Catholic Church's authority. And this led to a big old war called the Hussite War. Anyway, you will wonder why Jews have been discriminated throughout history. Well, we know, apparently for the Czechs, it was because of the Catholic Church, apparently, according to this codex entry. For religious reasons. I guess that's why. At least in this part of the world. Anyway. Seems like religion does lots of things. Although the more... Okay, we already read that one. Anything else I want to read? Land army? Not yet. Finances, names... Oh, ecumenical council. Ecumenical councils were ecclesiastical assemblies of representatives who discussed and debated the topic of faith and the church administration. For example, the Great Council of Constance, which is going to happen in 10 years, which lasted 4 years and dealt with the issue of the Reformation and the Papal Schism. It also condemned the preacher Jan Hus of heresy, resulting in the execution and burning. Yes, that's going to be in like 10 years. Which is important because doing that is going to start the Hussite Wars in Bohemia, which is like a big thing. And I think it does that. Is that the thing that? No, I was thinking that's the thing that started the 30 Years' War, but that's later. No, that's later. Faith and devotion. Okay, last entry. Faith and devotion. Christianity was adopted in the Czech lands as early as the 10th century. Though certain pagan the 10th century. So the year 1000. Wait, what is the... I thought... Is that another... Here, the 10th century... Where was that? Didn't we just read that here? Yeah, over here. They settled in the 10th... Earlier than the 10th century. Ah. Hey, look at that. We have bots. Woohoo! The bots are back. Okay, I'm gonna have to tab out. Excuse me. Oh, I can't tab out. Let me go in that settings. Settings. Is it game setting? No. Is it graphics setting? Yeah, window mode borderless, please. Thank you. That'll help. Haha! Now I can go ahead and ban some bots. Bada beep. And... Bada boom. Done. Okay, back to the game. I was reading about Christianity in the 10th century. So that's way after the fall of Rome or the establishment of Christianity. I guess that's because the Czech lands weren't part of the Roman Empire when they became Christian. So it was inhabited by, I don't know. I'm reading up there. That's kind of deep. That'd be far from the borders of the empire when it became Christian. Let me check. Wait, no, back here. Religion, faith, and devotion. It was adapted in the 10th century, though certain pagan practices remained until later, especially in the rural areas, blending seamlessly with rising Christianity. Some of the folk customs were later modified according to church instructions. Others continued unchanged, and yet others were eradicated completely under church pressures. In addition to deep faith and saintly patronage, the saints Wenceslas, Vitus, Nicholas, Ludmilla, Albert, etc. The Middle Ages revered the Virgin Mary and the various patron saints of their professions. One manifestation of medieval piety consists of wayside shrines, conciliation stones or crosses put in the large numbers of villages, at intersections along the main byways. In rural cities and liege towns, it was important to collect holy relics, remains, and memorabilia to mark the saints. The cult of the saints was encouraged, and cathedrals and churches gained prestige with the relics they held. It needed not be emphasized that most relics were fakes, and that nobody took much issue with it. Okay, I guess everybody knows. Everyone knows. Devotion was shown in everyday life and accompanied everyone from the cradle to the grave by the way of church rituals, occasioned for worship, religious holidays, or regulations. For example, the numerous fasts or Lenten days. In some ways or others, everyone believed in God. For complete atheism, we have to look for later centuries. With the rise of humanism and the Renaissance and stuff. Is there anything about the church? Whatever. That was the last one. We'll read the next ones in the next stream or something. Back to picking plants. The 10th century. That should be before the First Crusades, I think. Yeah. In the 900s. Boop. Boop. Maybe they were Christianized at the same time as Hungary. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's all fuzzy to me. Since I'm a French Canadian, the best I know of is French medieval stuff. Whoop. Ooh, fun fact, Bohemia. In French, Bohemian is what people call... What is it again? It's what they call nomadic peoples, Bohemians. But in English, Bohemian means artisty people. Oh no, in French what Bohemians means is... for what in English is called gypsies. I don't know, I guess they thought they came from Bohemia. I'm not sure why. They weren't Czechs anyway. I don't know why they thought that. That's what I know the word means though. Boop. But in English, Bohemian means artsy fartsy. Boop. Words are cool. Level 4. Okay, one more level and then we're out of here. I'm just gonna pick some more plants. It's gonna come in handy later. Many quests will want us. Well, many quests. A number of quests will want us to pick plants. So I might as well do it now. Level up the skill. I can't move. How do you jump again? Like that. Okay, I jumped. Ignore the fly noises. It's from the horse poo, I imagine. That's a horse, right? Yeah, there's horses. Is that just a giant poo ground thing? Oh yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to picking flowers instead. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I think we're almost done. Just one more level. I just gotta find more stuff to pick up. Not here. I think we've gotten everything we can here. Let's just go to the castle gates, and we need to talk to Chamberlain to find a cross guard for the sword we're making. Hello. Hey, dudes. Yaroslav.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
It's alright.
We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Damn it,
The
doggy.
Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Cross guard for new sword. You know, you guys could just walked over here, right? I didn't have to pick it up. I'm teaching history before school introduces the subject for you later in 7th grade. Medieval history for you? Medieval history, it's like a... I remember in school, medieval history was like a... Medieval times, they had castles and big catapults. Okay, next. That's all I remember from that time. They just jumped straight to the Renaissance and stuck around that bit for a while. Am I sure there's no flowers left? Please, let me pick up flowers. I'm hoping we can learn lots about history. Both in this game and the sequel is going to come out later this year. I don't know much about Czech history. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see, what do I know about Czech history? At the time they were living in a kingdom called Bohemia. It was one of the only kingdoms in the entire Holy Roman Empire. They had kings and dukes, but Bohemia was really big, like a really big continuous chunk of land compared to others. That's why Charles IV was the Holy Roman Emperor. The position of Emperor in the Holy Roman Empire. So the HRE, the Holy Roman Empire, they're like the Roman Empire at home. They're like a knockoff version of itself. It used to be that the Charlemagne had conquered most of Europe, and when he went to meet the Pope was from back in... It's like one of the only institutions to survive the fall of the Roman Empire. So I guess they thought they could choose who would be the successor to the Roman Empire. That's why it's called the holy part, because it's from the Pope, kind of. The Pope said to Charlemagne, "Hey, you're the new Roman Emperor." Now that kind of rubbed the Greeks the wrong way, because they had the Byzantine Empire, which was pretty much the East Roman Empire. You know, they hadn't fallen yet, so that didn't go over well with them. But anyway, so the Holy Roman Empire, it used to be started by the Pope. He gave Charlemagne the crown. It broke up apart for a bit. Then somebody else took the crown again. And in this era, the position of Holy Roman Emperor is an elected position. The big nobles of the empire go together, and they name a successor. They name an emperor. They vote for him. And he becomes emperor for his lifetime, I think. And when he dies, the people of the big kingdoms go again together and they vote for somebody else. They usually vote for the biggest guy there. So Bohemia got to take a crack at it. I don't think Wenceslas is Wenceslas emperor? He might be. He might have been, but I don't think he's gonna be for a long time. If he is, he's not gonna stay it. Anyways, that's the HRE. It's an elected empire, and it rubs the Byzantines the wrong way. Hello, random villager. Too bad I don't know your name. Now I know here is where there should be more herbs for me to grind with. Herbs. I just need one more level, please. Please. One level. That's all I ask. Where am I? Look at that, I'm almost done. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. Give me herbs. I'm gonna jump around. Oh wait. I'm hungry again. Hey, I saw herbs. Some sages. Eat an apple. Eat 2 apples. Don't I have a bar? Yeah, down there. There's nourishment. Let me just go ahead and get that to 100. Or really high. There, 67. That should be enough. Yum yum. Poop 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 poop. Okie dokie. Come on, level up. Come on, level up. Hey, level up. Our first perk point. I'm gonna take flower power. As long as we have fragrant herbs, which means smelly herbs, we get +1 to charisma. Which of these herbs count as smelly? Dandelion, I don't think so. Sage, probably that does count. Valerian, I don't know. Chamomile. I think sage must count. We have a +1 to charisma now. Huzzah. Okay, so we're supposed to go and find the town drunk, and get some money from him so we can buy a charcoal. And also get some beer. And there's gonna be other stuff that pops up.
With pleasure, good man.
Tobias Freyfar. I think I know this guy. He's important. I don't know why, but he's supposed to be important at least. Oh, hey dude. They're a random guard.
Hey Pip, do you want to learn something?
Combat Master.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
Weapons.
I don't rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Let's go!
Yes.
Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Can't I just follow you? We're gonna do lots of following people around. Look at that armor. He's got the leather armor with some steel rivets in it. And look at that, it's stirred up a bit. He has a hole. Does he have mail below that? Ugh. Hey dude, I'm just looking at your armor. There's a whole bunch of holes on it. He has some boots, greaves.
Is that some new kind of game?
Yes, it is. A long sword. Little cloak thingy. I can't tell if he has mail or not below that. I'm just gonna sneak next to him. Can I knock him out? I don't think so. Oh, hey! Nettle! I remember that.
So, can we get started?
Yes, please.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Poo-poo-doo-poo-doo.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Me.
Fine.
Me.
Very good.
Me.
Not bad.
Me.
Good.
Me.
Fine. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Nice. Fine. All right.
More?
Good.
Okay.
Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Nice. Not bad. Again.
Okay, I'm tired.
Nice.
Hey, we leveled up. That's it. Wish you could research about history more, but you only got some Napoleonic stuff in the World War. That's good enough.
But I'm tired of first.
That's better than average.
Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master
I
swordsman.
have time to do that stuff. It's
You
okay.
have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
It's okay. I also wanted to learn about history a whole bunch, but it comes in waves. You have to go one topic at a time. Even if you did want to do all of it at once, it wouldn't stick, you know. You wouldn't remember much. Anyway, so he doesn't really tell you that, but Henry is bad at combat, actually. He's trash. Those were the bare basics, the bare bones. He just taught you enough to get killed, basically. You're pretty much not going to win against anybody who's trained in combat. Against bandits, you'll be fine, maybe. As long as it's one-on-one. But if you guys fight a group, or somebody who's a soldier, or an experienced fighter, you're gonna get murdered. Henry doesn't actually know how to fight right now. He just knows how to swing a sword, which is not the same thing. Anyway, that's for later anyway. He's bad at combat. Also, we leveled up. Leveled up. I have a point in my main level. Ascetic. We last longer with food, but the effects are worse. Well, but when we get hungry, we get worse. When we're smelly, we get more charisma. Or we have less scout, wanderer. Fast travel, you notice events sooner. Higher chance of evading, night rider. I'll take scout. And strength, we pick up a level in strength. Carrying dead on unconscious body won't cost you any stamina and they'll burden you only half as much. Or blocking opponent's strike with your shield costs less stamina. I guess I'll take Gravedigger because I don't really like to use shields. They block so much of your vision you can't see anything. And you have to carry it around all the time. That was basic combat. It's not... It's like... That's like the edge of the iceberg. Anyway, let's go and fight a drunk instead. And get some money from him. Kunesh, I remember you. Give me money for that hatchet. Put your back into it, dude. Yeah, that's better. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. Okay, that's okay. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop.
I'll be with you, Kunesh.
Money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Well, I kind of needed to make a sword. Pay for the tools at least.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Uh-huh. Pay.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore.
Uh-oh.
How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners?
Thieving?
No? Well, I'll teach you then. Take care.
Okay, so this is where the first real fight happens. It's kind of hard. I remember losing it a whole bunch. Ouch. And having after that to steal the money from him. Because he's stronger than you. So you have to be careful. How combat works is, when you get hit, you lose stamina first. And if you lose all your stamina... If you lose all your stamina, you're gonna get some real damage. So you have to tear. You have to wear your opponent down. Like what I'm trying to do. Like this. Ugh.
Way off.
Ah, come on. Bam. 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 I can do that. I'm gonna try. Ouch. Ow. Ow. He is stronger than you. Bam. Bam. I have to get my stamina back. Get him. Blah. Blah. He's wounded our head a bit, but that's fine. Bam! We got him. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going! Oh.
God.
Don't let him recuperate. Boom! Keep going. Don't let him have any stamina. Keep going. The more you're wounded, the less you have a max stamina bar. So if you get really badly wounded, you have the advantage. Or, I mean, your enemy has the advantage. But if you wound him really badly, it's like a snowball. The more you win, the easier it is to win. Ow. Ugh. Ouch. Keep not blocking. Because when you block, your stamina regenerates slowly. Then he goes in for the clinch. Can I win a clinch? No. Come on. Bam! Got him. Oh, he got me. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Bam! He's at half health. He's getting messed up, but so are we. Come on! Get him! No, he got me. Ouch. Ow. Get him. Boom! Okay, we got him. Huh.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Okay. Huh. So we took a bit of damage, but not too bad. I think Henry's gonna show it, though. Oop. We're supposed to find his chest with all the money in it. So I remember having to, like, steal his key or somehow sneak into his house to get to his chest when we lose the fight. This time we won it. Unlock. Oh, the hammer and nails. Don't you have money? What about the axe? That's all? Where's the money? I guess that's it. We're still missing the axe, though. Hey, dude.
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want.
Oh, there's the axe.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Yoink. So now we're gonna sell them to get money to buy charcoal. Yo.
God almighty. Has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
Got into a fight. It's fine. It's fine. Let's trade. So I need to sell you the axe, the hammer, and the nails. Can I haggle? I don't think I can haggle. That's for $5. Then we buy $5 worth of charcoal. Bam. Check basket. And then I'm gonna haggle.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye?
Okay, so haggling, it's a thing. You haggle. I'm gonna go down to Can you give me a bit more money for my axes and stuff?
Satisfied?
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less, and I'll be satisfied.
How about here?
Tough luck.
Damn it, we failed the negotiation. Well, and now he doesn't like us. Okay. So we're not that good at haggling, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. So now we are a bit short on money, so I'm gonna sell some of the plants we got. There. And now we're back to the original price. Okay, let's haggle again. But this time not lose it.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
Can you go just a tiny bit lower?
Agree?
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little and we'll agree.
Okay.
That's a sum I can live with.
Money! There's the charcoal we needed. Next, we have to go and fetch a beer. You guys want to play? Or we can gamble. I'd rather not gamble. Let's learn how to gamble.
God almighty. Has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
Okay, this is because we're all dirty and messed up. It's fine.
Want to try your luck? Dice?
I think it's possible to persuade. I don't have enough money. I have one piece. This has been our only piece of gold. Or groschen. Every gamble is one win from success. That's how the game works. Oh, isn't there a tutorial for that? Yeah, okay. That's a tutorial. How it works is you have to keep matching dice. Well, whenever you throw dice, you keep the matching dice there. So we have a whole bunch of sixes. For 3 dice, you get 100 points of the number on the dice. So we have 3 sixes, that's 600 points. If we had 3 threes, that'd be 300 points. Because we have 4 of them, we can double the points. So instead of 600, it's going to be 1200. And you can always keep 5s and 1s. So I could score and roll again. What will happen is we will keep all these dice, re-roll the 1 dice. And if it's a 1 or a 5, I get a full set.
What's the matter?
I can re-roll everything again, or I can just score and pass. When you pass, you give it to your opponent. It's his turn. I'm gonna score and pass.
They can't fall your way forever.
Let's see what he does. Throws the dice, picks up a 1, picks up 2 1s, and the 4s, and he passes. It's tempting sometimes to just pick up 1 dice and re-roll everything if it's a bad roll, like this one. I'll just pick a 1 and roll again. I'll re-roll again. There's not many points.
Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw.
Oh. Okay, that's enough. I'll pass. Not that big of a points round, but still. We had like a series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 1 next.
Oh,
and
no.
he busts. Yeah, so I know how to play the game. I'll pick the 6s and the 5 and pass. We're halfway to winning. We're at 2,000 points. We need 4,000. He has the number. Oh, he's gonna re-throw. And he busts. He's not a really good gambler. Hey, 4 1s. That's 1,000 points. That's 2,000 points. I win. Boop.
How in the name of
I got 1 piece. I got 1 groschen. Let's go to the tailor. Oh, here. Can I get like a bath? I need to wash my clothes. Oh, wait, actually, I can do that, actually. I just have to find some water. There. Wash myself. Okay, that should help. Also, we could need a bandage to our head because we are messed up, but... Nah. We're not gonna find any of that. Anything else I want to do? Yeah, we're cleaned up. We just haven't regained our health. If I eat a whole bunch, do I? Nope, no health. Some foods give you health, but usually you need to rest to regain that last HP.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not?
Gutenberg.
What is Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you,
So
Matthew.
are such lords as
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Deutsch is German for German.
Has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
Yeah.
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Do the crimes, Hal. Henry, criminal mastermind. Peer pressure.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Yeah, so Deutsch was talking about events in the Holy Roman Empire. He talked about the Palatinate, which I think is another word for Austria or something. I don't remember. Anyway, things were happening in Austria that Wenceslas wasn't there for. So that's why people in the Holy Roman Empire don't hold him in much high opinion, because he's just not there for stuff. Oh wait, do we have a whole bunch of entries? Ah, characters. We had Wenceslas, Sigismund, the two popes. Yeah, so there's two popes now. There's one in Rome, and there's one in France. It's called an anti-pope. It's a thing. They have two popes. That's, you know, it happens. You know, sometimes you have one pope, sometimes you have two popes. There's a court in... Okay, so what happened is there was like an uprising or something. I don't remember exactly, but something happened in Rome that made the popes move to France because the French were having... Like, they were, like, tight with the pope, so they moved to France. Then a couple, 100 years passed, and then they wanted to rehave the papacy in Rome. So there's two. There's a pope in Rome and there's a pope in France. You decide who's the rightful. I don't really care. I don't actually remember what happened. Oh God, I only read the codex for general, but there's a whole bunch of tabs. Society. Anything about manure? We're about to do some poo stuff. No events. Those are kind of important. So Kuttenberg is the city we're going to be visiting in the KCD2, if I remember right. It wasn't Prague, it was Kuttenberg. Yeah, yeah. So, the Western Schism. The Papal Schism, or Western Schism, was a rift in the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages, during which there were two papacies existing simultaneously, one in Rome and one in Avignon, France. It began in 3078, so that was like 30 years ago. The year after Pope Gregory the 11th brought the papal court back to Rome from Avignon, where it had resided for almost 70 years due to hostilities between the Roman papacy and the Kingdom of France. When Gregory died, the Neapolitan Bartolomeo was elected pope with the name Urban VI. He, however, quarreled with the very college of cardinals that elected him. They therefore declared his election void and elected a new pope in Avignon. Who re-established the papal court in Avignon and was recognized by Scotland, Castile, which is Castile, Aragon, Navarre, and Portugal are all part of Spain, the Iberian Peninsula. Castile, Aragon, and Navarre would be Spain, and Portugal is Portugal. Siding with the Pope Urban VI in Rome were Italy, Germany, Bohemia, England and Ireland, Flanders, Poland, and Hungary. So they're siding with whoever benefits them. And I know they didn't say that, but I imagine France recognized the Pope that's in their lands. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. So, you know, England is recognizing France's enemy. France is recognizing England's enemy. The Iberian Peninsula is recognizing whoever's closest to them. Flanders, Germany, they're all Bohemia, they're part of the Holy Roman Empire. They're recognizing France's enemy. So it all works out for everybody, apart from the Christians, I guess. The schism continued even after the death of the original rival popes, with the elections of Boniface IX in Rome and Benedict XIII in Avignon. The popes in Avignon were called anti-popes. At this time, European efforts to restore unity were growing. Unfortunately, neither the council nor the pope themselves were able to reconcile. So all this schism stock, all this really hurt the reputation of the church, which I think is why people in Bohemia are going to have a big old Hussite rebellion in like a couple years. You're going to see a lot of people in Bohemia don't respect the church that much. In 1409, the dispute escalated to the point that the cardinals, so that's going to be in 5 years, the cardinals elected both popes invalid and elected the third, the anti-pope, John XIII, the 23rd. None of the popes submitted to being dethroned, so I have 3 popes. The conflict embroiled the rules of the various countries involved, among others Sigismund of Luxembourg, who took the side of John XIII, the 23rd. The Council of Constance was convened on November 1414 to resolve the issue. So they resigned the anti-pope and the Roman pope and elected a new pope. And also, as a side note, they burned Jan Hus to the stake. This essentially brought an end to the schism, although there were subsequently 2 more anti-popes, but they didn't count. Okay, so that's the anti-popes. There's 2 popes, then there's going to be 3 popes, and there's going to be 0 popes, and then there's going to be a couple more popes. It's bad. It's good for everybody except for everybody. The Golden Age of Charles IV. When the young son of John of Luxembourg, Charles, inherited the title of Moravian Margrave and subsequently the Czech throne, he embarked on not only economic but also cultural development of his kingdom, a period dubbed the Golden Era. In 1348, Charles founded one of the oldest universities in Europe. I mean, it'd be the newest, but sure. Many cities, towns, and castles acquired new fortifications and new bridges, infrastructure, and churches were built. To strengthen his position in Europe, he made good use of political marriages, thus allying his family with prominent families in neighboring countries. He even had the influence over the employment of ecclesiastical dignitaries. Thanks to the firm rule and policy based on the alliances, he was able to keep peace in Europe. Charles was an educated monarch interested in the arts, which was reflected in the architecture of cities, especially Prague. Under these rules, many new houses, churches, including St. Vitus Cathedral, and the city walls sprang up. And then, Wenceslas happens. Wenceslas IV was a none too capable ruler, rather the opposite. During his reign, he was abducted several times. In attempts to wrest power from him. The first time in 1394, he was taken captive in one of his residences in Barun near Prague and taken to Wildeburg Castle in Austria. The abduction was engineered by the opposite nobility called the League of the Lords. In 1402, Wenceslas was abducted for a second time by his half-brother Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary, who aspired to the Bohemian throne, with the support of the high nobility and incarcerated in Vienna, Austria again, where he managed to flee with the help of loyal nobles in November of 1403, so that would be this year. Sigismund had, in the meantime, brought in higher taxes on towns and monasteries. Any towns that refused to submit were ransacked. The conflict grew into a protracted civil war which did not abate even after the death of Wenceslas. And the conquest of Kuttenberg. In December of last year, during Wenceslas' imprisonment, Sigismund attacked Kuttenberg, and by the beginning of the following year, seized and ransacked the town. Kuttenberg was loyal to the king and staunchly defended by its miners. When they finally surrendered, they were forced marched to Sigismund's encampment near Kolin and made to kneel before him in the mud in subjugation. In addition, they had to pay huge sums of money in reparations, even though the town and its environments had been pillaged by the Hungarian soldiers. The treasury in Kuttenberg had not only held coins, but also precious jewels, gold and silver. Wenceslas later estimated that the wealth seized by Sigismund was to be worth 1 million in gold ducats of the day. Which is like the, I guess ducats were they're like the dollars of today. They're like the universal money measurement. Now, characters. We have the two popes who I don't care about. Charles IV, Luxembourg, born Wenceslas, son of King of John of Luxembourg, the second member of the Luxembourg dynasty to become King of Bohemia, the first to attain the title of Holy Roman Emperor. He held two other titles, Margrave of Moravia, Count of Luxembourg, King of Italy, King of Romans, King of the Romans, and King of Burgundy. Sure he was. Renowned for his diplomatic skills and erudition, he actively endeavored to consolidate his position and ensure blah 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 blah. Survival of his line in Europe, especially in Bohemia, Moravia, and Germany. He was well versed in several languages, as at the French court he was tutored by none other than the future Pope Clemens VI. During his reign, Prague and the lands of Bohemia underwent major transformation, becoming powerful political, economic, and cultural centers. For this reason, this period of his reign is known as the Golden Age. He initiated the construction of many suburban universities, Charles University, Charles Bridge, and Karlstein Castle. He was keen to emphasize the role of religious faith in society. He renewed the cults of Saint Wenceslas, Saint Sigismund, and Saint Vitus, consecrating various church buildings to them, amongst other Prague Cathedral. I guess all this stuff would be well known in Czechia, in Bohemia. It'd be part of their curriculum, maybe. He married 4 times and had 13 children, most of whom died in infancy. The most illustrious of his offspring were his son Wenceslas and Sigismund, who both became rulers of the lands of the Bohemian crown. Albert of Habsburg, on an Austrian count. He fought against Wenceslas in 1394. That was the first guy who abducted him. He also had dispute with Prokop of Luxembourg over the Czech-Austrian border. Czech-Austrian. They're kind of near. Yeah, they're kind of near. The northeast of Austria is along with the southwest of Bohemia. Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, King of Germany, King of Bohemia, King of Italy. I forgot King of the Romans. Prince of Silesia, Margrave of Lusatia, and most notably Holy Roman Emperor between 1433 and 1437, so only for like 5 years. At an early age, he was educated at the Hungarian court, quickly mastering the tough conditions of politics. Like other members of his family, he was abducted at least once, in this case by the Hungarian nobility. Having lost faith in the Hungarian nobility, he turned his attention to Bohemia, became engaged in hostilities with his half-brother. Some of the Bohemian nobility became Sigismund, hoping would rid themselves of the ineffective rulers, while others sided with Wenceslas, long-lasting wars, in the course of which Sigismund and his Hungarian army, consisting of no small part of Cuman mercenaries, repeatedly pillaged Bohemia, often with the help of the Bohemians, especially Moravians, lords themselves. Sigismund fought not only to seize his brother's throne, but also against the Hussites, with the aim of seizing the imperial crown. Hussites are they're like a cult, or like a religion thingy. Are we gonna have an entry about that? It's kind of important. Well, it's in the future, technically. It's not gonna happen for like a couple years, but still. It's like really important because it's a big religious movement in Bohemia, which we're supposed to be seeing. I think we see the beginnings of in this game. He regarded himself as the defender of Christianity, and in 1409 even founded the Order of the Dragon. Hey, that's where Dracula got his name from. The Order of the Dragon. Hey, it's all together. Look at that. I think Dracula's father was a member of the Order of the Dragon. So, for some reason, Son of the Dragon in Romanian is Dracula or something like that. Anyway, one of the later members... Oh, well. One of the later members of the Order was the infamous Vlad the Impaler, inspiration for the fictional Dracula. After the death of Wenceslas, Sigismund brought to Bohemia 4 unsuccessful crusades against the Hussites. He died soon after signing on the Compacts, a set of agreements with the reformers guaranteeing freedom of religion to every inhabitant in the lands of Bohemia and Moravia. Then Wenceslas... He's gonna die in like 15 years. Wenceslas IV of Luxembourg was the son of the highly successful Charles IV in Bohemia and entered the German crown by election. However, he did not inherit his father's predisposition for ruling. Already during his lifetime, he was known to be weak, idle, and moody ruler who was afflicted with many ailments, as well as difficulties meeting his royal obligations, despite the fact that he had been groomed for the rule since early childhood. He was crowned Bohemian king at the age of only 2 years. He was more interested in hunting, alcohol, courtesans, and pleasures of the court. During his time as king, the lands of the Bohemian crown underwent several wars and conflicts involving his relatives. The event that triggered the Margravite Wars was the Wenceslas occupied the vacant estates of the Olomouc Archdiocese, which by law belonged to nobles. Under the leadership of Jobst, the Moravian lords joined with Sigismund in open revolt against the king. About legitimacy of the rule. He'd been stripped. Oh, so now Wenceslas has been stripped of the imperial crown by the imperial electors for his incompetence. Later, he also lost the power of the Bohemian crown. So what does he have left? I think he has nothing left after that. What? That's it. That's all he has. He's not even king of the Romans. Come on, guy. Come on. Come on. Lost the power of the Bohemian crown, where he made numerous concessions and awarded the nobles many privileges, de facto transferring the ruling power to them. His unwillingness to meet obligations resulted in his abduction twice, thereby removing him from the throne twice. First in 1394 and then in 1402. Wenceslas initially supported the reforms of Jan Hus and his adherents, but he did nothing to save his reformer's life when he was sentenced to be burned at the stake. He thus set in motion what was later to become the largest and only more or less successful popular revolt in Europe, the Hussite Wars. However, he did not live to see the events as he died in 1419. After his death, his brother Sigismund of Hungary seized the crown. But he had to fight for it, since not everyone acknowledged his claim. And once he had the crown, he did not live long to enjoy it. What a shame. Okie dokie, time to throw some poop. Are we there yet? Discuss the plan. Poo time.
So are we doing this or not?
Poo.
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
It's not.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Okie dokie.
Why me? Because you're the clever one.
I am. I don't know. What's your name? Matthew? Matthew seems to be a clever one. You're the dumb one, Fritz. And you're... somebody. Madame? I have some flowers. You want them?
What do you want, lad?
Your husband's making trouble. He is.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
About the king and Sigismund and the popes.
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
You already did that.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Okay, so that's done. Don't talk about the popes. That's what I've learned. Hey guys. It's poo time? Okay. With your bare hands? Ew.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
King and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
What? For Sigismund? Don't you mean for Wenceslas?
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Oh. He saw us.
Hands. Can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces! Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
No! Ugh. Yuck.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Was so hard. We're gonna fight now? Oh boy, it's fight time. We outnumber them though. Yeah, gang up on them! Bam! 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 Knock him out! He has no health left. Who's next? I think we win. Bam! Ouch! Hey, go down, dude! Okay, he's down. Now we're winning! Now we're winning! The catch pull, but we're winning! Boom! Run away! Where did my friends go? I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Good thing they're wearing bright red. Meet the lad at Kunesh's. It's fine, I'm here. Good thing we won that fight. I think fighting so much with Kunesh gave me a big of... Oh, there's more poo. Gave me a bit of an edge in that fist fight. I think we leveled up a couple of things too. Let's see. Strength leveled up again. I think agility leveled up again. Okay, but we don't have any stats. Reputation, Skalitz is pretty good. Except with Kunesh and Deutsch. They're not gonna like us. Hey, we have some points in stealth in that one time when I was crouching. Aha. We're gonna train our stealth like this. Nah, it's fine. What about my unarmed skills? Don't I have like 5 points in unarmed, don't I? Unarmed, 2 points. Oh, and there's no skills in it. Fighting with your fist, increasing damage you make. Okay. Is that Bianca? Oh, looked like her. Hey, dude. So, they know it's us, right? I mean, everybody knows it's us. So how are they not gonna catch us? I guess we're not detectives. And we're bullying a German, so it doesn't count, does it? It doesn't count. Doesn't count. Okay. Just wash my hands from all the poo. Oof, we did get into a fist fight with our poo hands. Ew. You know, let's not think about that. Okay, so we made it. Where's Fritz? Ah, there he is. Damn, you guys got messed up. Actually, only Matthias got messed up.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well,
He will.
Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It doesn't count. It's lucky Johanka warned us.
It's a good thing Johanka warned us.
Well-behaved
Two hands while fighting called poison damage.
She must have seen Matthias.
What do you mean?
Because he fancies her. And I think maybe she likes the look of him too.
Hey. Shut up, you idiot.
Oh, it's love. Nice job.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Now, I did notice that chat doesn't show up on screen. Let me just check. Oh, I see. Yeah. Wait, is that the right one? That's the wrong thingy. Chat, come back. Okay, this should be back now. I remember I had it turned off, or at least had, not in the middle of the screen for Mega Mech, because the screen was all white, so it'd be all hard to read. Anyway, so we got the poo hands done. What was I supposed to do? I was at the tavern for a reason again. Oh yeah, I have to go and get some beer. Okay, let's go and get some beer. Back to what we were doing. think once we have the beer, that's gonna be it for this village section. Heyo. I did wash my hands. Anybody else want to gamble? Tobias, charcoal burner. Hey, I talked to your assistant, dude.
If it's charcoal you want, talk to my hired hand. I've no time now.
Okay, combat master is here. Everybody's here. Bianca. Ah, there she is. Hello.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
The beer. Ah, you do.
Beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Beer. Oh, Deutsch.
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer. But when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
Okay. Anyway, beer.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Oh.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I don't have any money.
I can't wait.
Thanks.
0.2 groschen.
Forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Who?
Anya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Yay.
You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Yes, you have to use that to save. Yeah, the game saves automatically, but if you want to make a manual save, use the schnapps. You wanted to see me, sir? No? Okay. So if you don't go straight to your dad's place, the beer is gonna get hot and he's gonna yell at you for not having cold beer. So let's go there right away. The game has lots of these timed subtle thingies, like in quests, if you don't get in there right away, there's gonna be events. If you do get there right away, there's gonna be other events. If you wait a long time, stuff's gonna happen. If you go in a hurry, people are gonna notice. So it's cool. Hello. Papa? Okay. Here's the stuff.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Charcoal, a cross guard, and beer.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale.
Yeah.
We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
Ooh.
What's the inscription mean? Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it.
I couldn't read it.
Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house.
No.
I was here with the catchpole earlier. and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
The popes.
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king.
And the popes.
He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologize to him.
What about the popes?
I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Seems like everybody says the German pays well.
Yes. Look me in the eye, Henry.
Bianca said that too.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument.
They get the money from Kunesh with the fight.
Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
He doesn't.
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
That was fast.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa.
How many nails do you need?
They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Everybody needs nails. The trunk in the living room. I mean, there's like 3 rooms. So the living room is where you sleep. There's the entrance, the cellar, I don't know what you call this, the storage room, and the living room. Hey, you have stones. Look at that. There's stones down there. Nice. There's the stuff. Nails for Teresa. I do need a bandage. A marigold deduction for healing. I do need one. Let's bandage my head from the fight we had earlier. Oh, I can't? You have to learn first aid. Okay, okay. I'm too dumb to use a first aid. At least the potion should heal me. Slowly. Eventually. I have the nails. Madame.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Stop yelling at me, Dad. Henry.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this.
I think he likes Teresa more than Bianca. I don't know what's his dad's name. The swordsmith. Papa.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
What?
You haven't lost your skills.
You just smithed the sword.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Oh. That's embarrassing.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
If you hear some weird noises, is the dog. I blame the dog.
Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Nicopolis?
How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Ah, Martin, that's his name.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has
It's
seen
fine.
being a blacksmith.
Crossbows aren't in this game.
It has its benefits.
It's the next game who got
Like
them,
head on
apparently.
shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
messenger?
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
That's bad.
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
That door didn't help much. Oof.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates! Come on!
I don't think he's gonna make it out. Ooh. He was kind of surrounded. Oof. Oof. Henry, maybe you shouldn't watch that. So...
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
I mean, they're kind of close. What? Hey! Boo! You can still make it. Closes the door. So we got a sword. Maybe you should take that in your hands. And now we gotta run away. It's a bad idea to stay and fight because they can actually fight. They know parries and combos and stuff, so you're gonna get murdered if you stay here. Do I know you can cheese it? I know there's a way to cheese the fights here, so you kill them and pick up their stuff. Go, 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 go. Heyo. Okay, 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 okay. I don't care. Run away. Run away, run away, run away. Okay. Yeah, so this is, you can try and kill these guys. I guess it's possible if you cheese it. There's a special dialogue if you kill all of them, but I'm not gonna stick around to try that. I can just whistle and run away. Oh, okay. Oof. Oh boy. I don't remember. I know they're speaking some kind of old language. Ouch. Yeah. I know those are called Cumans. They're from Cumania or something. From the East Steppes. Oof. The Asian Steppes. I think they're speaking Turkic or some variant of Turkic. I don't remember. I know they're speaking some kind of language.
Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
People, I think it's possible to understand them. Oh, they're shooting at me. How bad are we talking? The horse can't stay long.
Run for it.
Let's see if we can use the hill to take cover while my horse recovers. Usually people aren't fighting on tops of horsebacks, so I didn't even know they could fight on horseback. Actually, I think that's the only time I know of that enemies are going to be fighting you on horseback. That's cool. I didn't even know it was in the game. I guess I forgot this moment. So Cumans, they call them Tartars. It's a generic term at the time for Eastern horse people. Tartars. I don't remember if... I don't remember if... Ouch. I've read the first book of Marco Polo's voyage, and he also calls them Tartars, but I don't remember if that's before or after this time. Run! Ouch! The horse is tired. I think we're almost there, though. Henry's getting hungry. Horsey, you got this. I can't really afford to take another break. We already got shot enough. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Keep going, Horsey. Almost there. Get some stamina. Go, 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 go. Ah, we made it.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here! Aim! And loose!
And those three guys were really dedicated. And they went all the way to another village to pursue us.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know.
Hungarians?
I've never seen armor like it or heard their language.
Or the Cumans?
Maybe Tartars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Ugh.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
I remember there was one red flower on a white background.
It was, but it was huge.
It was like 6 or 7
Dozens
flags.
of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz.
Okay.
The ones who did the slaughter.
There were dozens of banners, but like 6 or 7 different symbols.
They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
We've discovered Talmberg. Damn, we're hungry. And tired. But at least we got healed. We're not on the verge of death anymore. Madame. Can I talk to people? I thought you could talk to people.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Okie dokes. The kitchen.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the
You're that
countryside
lad from
to make horseshoes.
Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
I can't understand why.
Mordor. It was awful. Massive army.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army.
Level up.
I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh, no.
Then murder.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in the path. The terrible cries of the wounded and the dying, I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
Oh, that was one of their horses.
All the saints in heaven
Maybe that's why they
must
were
have been
pursuing us
watching over
so
you
much.
to keep you alive. But you're safe here now.
Okay. Let's go and eat. We are hungry. Oh, okay.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Okie dokes.
Oh, something to eat.
Eat. Wasn't there some wine? No? There's no wine? I mean, you get drunk. Oh, wine! Hey! Wine. Yoink. I'm gonna pick up all the food. We're gonna need it. I think. Because we're starving, I think, right now. Slowly losing health. Gonna take a lot to go back to 100. Then we're gonna sleep, so we're gonna lose more food points. Eat the mash. That was 9 points. Eat the roast duck. Bam. Bam. The cheese. Okay. We're nourished. And the wine. And we overate a bit. And we're tired.
My word. Oh, good God.
Madame. Okay, he's...
I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Where's my... Where's the... Okay, over here. That's where you sleep. Oh my god. He's real tired. Let me just take off the boots. Oh, I've learned food. Oh my god, food exists. That's a lot of food. In the Middle Ages, whether at the village or the royal court, the foodstuffs used were mainly those sourced locally. Vegetables, primarily cabbage, onions, parsnips, turnips, beets and garlics, and to a lesser extent carrots, celeriac, parsley, cucumber, melons, legumes, peas, lentils, wenches, beans, fruit, apples, pears, cherries, and plums, and berries, and messenger and cereals, and eggs, milk, and cheese. Food. Depending on wealth, availability in the season, there was meat, and from abroad spices, fruits, and condiments. Like dates, figs, nutmeg, pepper, sugar, ginger, cardamom. Food was flavored with oil, vinegar, salt, honey, and herbs. The most popular kinds of food in the 14th and 15th centuries were thick broth soups, purees, and sauces for dunking bread in. The bread was rye, with white bread only available at court. During feasts, there was fish dishes using herrings, for example, roast meat, sausages, minced meat, black pudding, Desserts were made with almonds, marzipan, sweet purees with fruit boiled in milk or with added cream, jams and preserves, baked fresh or dried fruits, and assortment cakes. In rural areas, gruel and porridge of various kinds accounted for the bulk of the diet. Meat was expensive, and hunting in the forest prohibited. All game belonged to the aristocracy, which was mostly compensated for by eating fish. Many ingredients that were common today were unavailable in the Middle Ages, such as potatoes, tomatoes, sweet corn, peppers, and rice, which are in America or Asia. Yeah, okay. Which later made their way to Europe after the discovery of America or was as imports from Asia. Cool. Anyway, back to sleep. Sleep. Sleep until tomorrow, I guess. He's real tired. I forgot to take off my boots. No. Go back up. Hello, random villager. He's bothering me. They slaughtered everyone.
I can tell you what happened, but I don't understand why. We were just going about our usual business when the soldiers came and began their slaughter. Anyone who couldn't flee to the castle was cut down. They destroyed everything. It's a miracle I escaped with my life.
Okay, he just repeated what we just said. Let me just take off the boots. Old boots. Okay. And now sleep. Until tomorrow. Good old 12 hours. Oh, only got a 2-hour sleep in.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
I guess he can't sleep.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Alright.
You might be right, my lady.
I think Henry's still in bed.
It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I met my sweetheart. Collect a debt. We teach Deutsch a lesson. How about Bianca?
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I had.
Oh, no, Henry's sitting over there.
I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward.
Okay, that's why.
He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
He came to look at the sword. We talked about life.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already
Yep, swords in the corner.
ready to attack the town.
I saw smoke. There was a huge horde. So the more you talk to somebody, the more you can see their stats. So I saw smoke.
I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
These guys were fled. Killed my girl. They tried to fight back. They killed my father and mother. I mean, that's kind of important.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Plundering, the siege began. I needed a horse. I guess I did need a horse.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd help.
I mean, I just whistled.
And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I just whistled a bit. It's fine.
It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he let such things happen.
I mean, that was Sigismund's fault if you wanna,
Oh boy.
if you wanna
I
blame somebody.
understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through...
Oh, hello for the follow. Hello.
I was young when I married my husband.
It
was my
I guess we survived a raid, so we're good.
Older than I, but
Am I doing today? Good. It's a good day. New game.
Shortly after our
New game.
marriage,
Good game.
before I
Like
went to
game.
look at Talmberg,
Day good.
the castle
Yeah.
was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men. Even the old chamberlain.
How long have I been playing the game?
He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
I played when it first released a couple years ago, but I just started this run.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert.
There's many new things I don't know
We
about,
didn't know what to do.
so I'm excited.
We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Do I assume other games? Yay!
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord
Took
Jesus,
7 years to get all the
I
money.
finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harvel punished for it?
Never.
Hello.
And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
Excuse me, we're listening to the game.
You're still young and
Sorry.
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Okay. If you want to know, Alessia, I'm from Canada. I'm a French Canadian. Also, hello Sydney. I don't have artwork on my channel. I mean, I do. But I guess you don't see it right now. Ask me something? Sure. If it's to show me some art, you can do that over on the Twitters if you want. Oh no, Henry's having... No, Henry! Don't have no nightmares. No! Henry! Oh boy. She didn't say that, I think. Did she?
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Maybe you should put your boots back on. If you want to show me some arts, you can go ahead and do you can send me over to on the Twitters. Take a torch. Yes, please. Torch, finally. Boop. Yes, you can use a torch, or if you use a special potion, you can sneak around at night, which is even better because people can't see you. Let me just put the boots back on. Let's not walk around barefoot. Okie dokes. Do I have Discord? Nope. The Twitters. Whoop. I don't think the... Yeah, the rain doesn't extinguish our torch. We have to go over to the battlements to see whatever it is that they want us to see. Learn the Lords of Talmberg. Hey guys, what's going on?
Good day to you. What do you need?
What's going on?
Do you know what's happening?
No.
Okay, well...
What about you?
No. I'm asking.
How could
I saw you with Sir Robot. Didn't he tell you anything?
Tell me to come here. Okay, well that was pointless.
Do you think we can drive back Sigismund's forces?
No.
There's too few of us. And anyway, we ain't prepared for a siege. And if he's really got such a big army, he might not even hold out against the first offensive.
Talmberg's a strong castle, though. It can handle a siege.
The best thing would be to join forces with Skalitz and wipe Sigismund's bastards off the face of the earth.
I don't know if there's any forces left from Skalitz. While they aren't in their castle. Hey, sir. So, what's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
Just tell me.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Scarlet to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. So Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
Hey, it's your boy, the old Henry.
He's here with me.
Heyo.
He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left.
Yeah, they're still calling them Tatars.
Clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be
I think at this time the Mongols exist. Maybe that's why the Cumans are in Hungary. They got pushed out of Cumania by the Mongols.
He might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
Heyo.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out!
There's a lot of people who survived. I think. It seems to me like a lot of people. Plus like 5 soldiers.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Okay. Now we just stick around, I think.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Yo. Can I help?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. God be with you.
Okie dokes. How long did Henry sleep for? I feel like he barely had a wink. Because now we keep watch. I'm watching. Okay. Can I talk? Hey dude. Wanna talk about it?
God be with you.
Yo. What do you think about it?
What do you think about the Skalitz folk managing to slip away like that?
I can't imagine how they did it. The more I think about it, they was either blessed, or Sigismund's mercenary army ain't up to much. When you're on campaign, you keep watch no matter how much it's pissing down. If any of us make such a cock-up, Sir Robard will flare the skin off our backs.
You only say that because you never saw them attack.
Aye. Well, it's a shame you're...
Well...
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh?
Yes.
I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
So I just got permission to slack off.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yo. What do you think about it?
What do you think about how this...
Blah.
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
It seems everyone thought that.
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, I'm still worried what will happen when Sigismund comes here. And come he will, of that I'm sure. I just hope we'll be as fortunate when we're face to face with that fucker. By the way, Henry, my condolences.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, the other guy said he doesn't have a high opinion of the mercenaries, but I can't see 5 feet in front of me, so I can easily see how they escaped. Look at that. We barely see anything. Anyway, time to skip some time. Oh, so Henry said for like a good 9-8 hours. Okay, now that's better. Now I can actually see stuff. What was that? Everyone to the battlement? What's going on? Oh, this battlement.
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna end up like Skalitz.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Yeah.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Please don't murderize us. Yeah, see, they have like 6 banner colors. There's like an eagle, 2 different flowers, and stripes. That's about it.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Some yellow tin straps and red ones. Okay, maybe there's more than I thought. Okay, maybe there's more than I thought. I didn't look at the tin little flags. Hey, we've learned more people. Sure. What's that guy who just Wiedersehen us? Him. Sir Markvart von Aulitz, the hetman or governor of Prague. Much like those members of the nobility disgruntled with the reign of Wenceslas IV saw in Sigismund a better potential king, the motivation had more to do with money. Wenceslas offered them no prospect, while supporting Sigismund promised them a better future position in society. Looks like he died, like, next year. Because Henry killed him, that's right. Yay. Sir Radzig. In KDC, Sir Radzig, or Rasek Kobila of Dvojic. A Bohemian yeoman, the royal hetman of Wenceslas, and between 1410 and 1415, Burgrave of Wiesenrad. In 1403, which is this year, he resided in the Skalitz, where he oversaw the mining of silver. The king was known for his generosity to lower nobles, who received high titles for their loyalty. Radzig was apparently one of these, probably the king's friend. In 1403, he's not a really high noble, but yeah, so he's from the lower nobility. In 1403, Skalitz was besieged and burned to the ground by King Sigismund and his Cuman army. For his service and loyalty, King Wenceslas IV permitted Radzig to build his own castle at Vesezi Nazavu. Standing on this site today is Chateau Komorny Hadrek. He was killed in 1416 in a tavern in Kutna Hora by a mob of miners, inside by the preacher of a year after the burning of Jan Hus. Oh boy. No, the Hussites got him. Damn you, Hussites. They seized them in the inn where they were staying, cut their bodies into pieces, and threw them out into the streets, where the mob vigorously stomped on their remains, and then went into merry song to the home of preacher to be praised for the act they had been encouraged to commit. This occurred when Radzik was there to collect taxes of the king, which is odd because 6 years earlier he had apparently been a robber knight, and a soldier had been dispatched against him as a scourge of the land. Sources are not clear as to why he was later rehabilitated for services to the king. Mysterious. Anybody else? Cumans? Cumans arrived in the Czech lands in 1260, so that would be right after the formation of the Mongol Empire, like 60 years later or something. Under the the Hungarian crowned Prince Stefan, they fought against Bishop Bruno and the armies of Austrian lords. The Cumans appeared for the second time in the 2070s when they defeated the army of King Przemysl and went to pillage Moravia. They last invaded the Czech lands under Sigismund, who could afford no better mercenaries than Cumans. Estimate speaks of several thousand fighters. One of the places they succumbed to the Regiments was Skalitz, the birthplace of our game's hero. Anybody else? The Lords of Talmberg? I didn't see this coat of arms on the army. The Lords of Talmberg consist of... Oh, okay, yeah. The dynasty dates back to 1291 when Talberg Castle was under administration of Wilhelm, or William, son of the Prague Burgrave. Son of Talberg lords achieved such influential posts as administration as Burgrave or Magistrate. Divish was Burgrave of... Yeah, Divish is Burgrave of the king, right? William, the first guy. Divish. In 1391, the castle was conquered and Divish was taken captive by his neighbor Havik Melag of Valdek. Though we no longer know how the dispute arose between them. Due to the king's inability to settle the matter, Divish was imprisoned in his own castle for 7 years, while his young wife Stephanie attempted to raise the ransom to free him. Thanks to the help of his friends, including Radzik Kabila, who was finally liberated, and Medek was condemned for his actions as a rebel. From 1400 onward, Divish held the office of Margrave Burgrave, Prague Burgrave, and 1401 moved his seat to Prague. Meanwhile, Talmberg Castle was repaired and gave to his wife. Divish returned there in 1414, and in 1418 his son Aldrich governed the estate. According to some sources, Divish died in 1415, while others says that they blah 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 blah. So he might have died, maybe not. Okay. Get a horse. Yeah, we're supposed to go back to Skalitz, aren't we? Hey guys.
God be with you.
What'd you think about stuff? Oh boy. Is there a trader?
Do you know where I can buy and sell things?
Well, if it's food you need, go and ask in the kitchen. But if you want something else, I can't help. One of the villagers might know.
Okay. What do you know? What do you think about the stuff?
What do you think about how the
Fortune smiled on him. That's
just a shame for...
Oh shit. And you know Sir
I wouldn't say I know him.
He must be a fine lord to take such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Yeah.
I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see.
About the Sigismund's army.
That was a tense moment this morning with Sigismund.
Sir Divish.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
This is a strong castle. It should stand up to a siege. But Sigismund has an awful lot of soldiers.
Who are those peculiar mercenaries of his?
You mean the Cumans? No one knows much about them, except Sigismund enlisted them somewhere in the east. They're an evil-looking bunch, aren't they?
Not just looking.
Okie dokie.
Good luck to you.
I think we're supposed to talk with Sir Robart about our permission to leave for Skalitz. Okay, we're still wounded, it seems. A combat arena. Random guard?
God be with you.
Want to talk about stuff? Trader?
Is there some...
Hungry, are you?
The cook?
For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votova. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
Okie dokie. About the army.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Next, we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia.
A war whore. Oh, that's a curse.
May the Lord watch over you.
Robard! I gotta go and bury my parents.
Good day to you.
I have to do that.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
It's on my quest list.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
But I gotta... Please?
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Dang it.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Okay. Why'd you raid Skalitz?
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Okay. What is Sigismund after?
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg.
Kuttenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I
The mercenaries.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because fuck 'em. Money!
So he could loot it?
Correct.
Hey, money!
King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So
isn't Rome part of the Holy Roman Empire?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So
I guess it's not.
On Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
I know they have like half of Italy in the HRE, but now the Papal States aren't part of it, I think. I'm not sure. Whatever, Prague is important and Kuttenberg too. What did you know about the Cumans?
Where did these Cumans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Okie dokie. So we didn't have his permission to leave. Oh, learn Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg is today a district town in the central Bohemian region, east of Prague. The founding of Kuttenberg, the official name of the city in the Middle Ages, came about thanks to the discovery of silver ore. It's located next to the Seldos Monastery, the commercial and economic center of the region. City rights were acquired by Kuttenberg in 1318, after which the economic activity of the city was taken care of by blah 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 blah. The city soon became rich and had the same power as the old town of Prague. The wealthiest inhabitants of Kuttenberg were the German population, while a lower class consisted of mine workers, smelters, mint workers, artisans, and servants. Almost every city dweller had some connection to silver mining, minting, coinage, or trading. The treasure of found and mined silver supported the development of other Czech cities, including the construction of new buildings in Prague. The architecture of Kuttenberg is due to Wenceslas IV. During his reign, the former timber house were rebuilt in brick as a half-timbered. There are also churches, blah 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 blah. Kuttenberg exists, is in the second game. I think. Jobst of Moravia, that's the king's cousin. He's elector of Brandenburg. Ah, he is the king of the Romans. Ah, for 15 weeks. Damn it. That's where the king of the Romans went. Some dude who died. He was the son of Sir John of Henry of Luxembourg, nephew of Emperor Charles. He got intrigues, military stuff against Wenceslas. He rebelled against him in the Margravate Wars. Supported Sigismund, but then this year he began to opposing him, and together with Albert IV, Duke of Austria, took part in rebellions against him. His previous support for Sigismund was probably motivated by more self-interest. It got him influence. As long as it seemed that Wenceslas would be disposed, then Sigismund or even Jobst would take his place. His campaign against Wenceslas won him and other nobles many privileges. Then, last year, when the situation changed, he rebelled against Sigismund. Towards the end of his life, he even stood against Sigismund in the election of King of the Romans, and won. He didn't enjoy the crown long because he died. Okay, so King of the Romans is... it's an elected position. What do you guys think about the stuff that had just happened?
Jesus Christ.
Yo, the traitor? Yeah, we already read about that. Sigismund's army.
About Sigismund withdrawing.
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
Okie dokie. Now, am I close to leveling up speech? You can level up that just by talking to people. Skills, speech. Let's get it to level 4. Hey guys, wanna talk about it?
Good day to you.
Yo. Okay, nope. We have to, whenever you use white text, is when you get some XP.
Good morning.
Madame.
Can you tell me
The trader.
I saw him by the...
Yeah, the same guy.
Sigismund.
And no mistake. That army of his is enormous. It's a good thing Sir Divish is such a fine speaker, or they'd have squashed us like bugs.
Okie dokie.
Good luck then.
Sir,
Good day to you.
wanna talk about it? No.
Good luck to you.
Sir, wanna talk about it?
God be with you.
Oh, hey.
Can you...
Okay.
Farewell.
Wanna talk about it, madame? My clothes.
Is there...
We got hurt a whole bunch, so my clothes are all messed up, I guess.
Greetings.
Okay, no new dialogue options.
Good morning.
Nothing. I think we talked all we can.
Poor harvests, and now we've armies invading and pillaging.
The granary. I think that's the guy. Hello.
God be with you.
You're the trader, right? Trade.
Can we trade?
Trade?
If you've got the coin.
Trade. What does he have? A torch? Some food? A lockpick? A treasure map for 100 money points? Some bandages? I have 1.5 groschen. And an arrow. The arrow they shot at me. 2 arrows, actually. And we have some flowers. Let's sell some of those too. Bam. I'll keep a bit of sage. About 20 bits. So we keep that charisma bonus. That's good for 13 money points. So I might be able to haggle myself a lockpick. Haggle!
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure, why not?
What if instead of me paying you, you pay me?
Are we agreed?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
Okay.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
There goes half a groschen. And we got 1 lockpick. Which is not much. You have a red cape. Are you important?
Good health to you.
No? Okay. So, to escape Talmberg, there's a couple of ways to do that easily. I think you can just straight up jump over the walls. Like right here. You can just jump over the walls and just walk away. You can steal a horse and jump down the bridge. This bridge here. Right here. You can just drop down there with a horse and run away. But we're going to try and go for a more sneaky route. I want to talk to people and see if they can just let me out with the words. Hello.
My respects to you.
Thank you. Can you let me out?
I need to get out of here.
Pretty please?
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
But what if you did? Don't you know who I am? Robot gave me permission, I'm willing to pay. I guess you can just bribe him, but I don't have any money. Please?
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm
Hey.
sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What do you have in mind?
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Armor and a helmet.
Good luck to you.
Now, can I still try to persuade Sir Robard? Let me just go and check. Can you let me out, pretty please? No. What if we talk with Lady Stephanie or Sir Divish? Maybe they can let me out. If I ask nicely. Hello, random guard. Want to talk about it?
Good health to you.
No? Okay. Now, we could try and steal some clothes.
Good day to you.
Which would be good because we... Oh, hey! Want to talk about it? Yay.
Sir Divish.
You're right there. That's Sir Divish for you. May God grant him long life.
Okay.
What do you think about...
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radzig, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. And Skalitz is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied and leave us alone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, Henry.
Oh!
It is Henry, ain't it?
What's our name?
Sorry to hear about your parents.
Oh, okay.
They've gone on to better things.
They're a traitor.
Someone to do business with.
That guy. Okay.
Take care now.
Now, is Sir Divish up in his own room? This is where you go and steal the horses. Horse. Robot's horse. Divish's horse. Random horse. That's our horse. Doesn't count as stealing, I guess. Okay. Where are the nobles? Boop. Is Lady Stephanie waiting for us in our own room again? Hey, dude.
Good day to you.
Good day. There's a trader somewhere. He thinks about the Skalitz folk. Okay. Are we leveling up our speech yet? Not really. Madame. That's just where we sleep. Nothing special. There's villagers here. This is a private area. Okay. Can I just pick up some stuff from the chest, though? No? Okay. Maybe in the kitchen? Hello?
God be with you.
Nothing.
God bless.
Where's the kitchen lady? Hey, there you are. No, don't cook. Talk. Talk to the cook.
God be with you.
We're gonna buy something.
Who do you think, young...
Okay.
That was a close thing this morning, eh?
If you knew Sir Divish like I do, you wouldn't be so concerned. Being imprisoned might have injured his health, but there's no one can rival him for cleverness and cunning.
Really?
It's not for nothing he was made the King's Burgrave in Prague a few years back. Folks still talk of how he settled the dispute between Father Peck and Sir Pshibik.
Ooh. Okay, whatever. Let's go up to where we first met Divish. Oh, hey, there he is. Can you let me out, please? Pretty please? Oh, I can't talk to him. Damn it. I tried. You, can't talk to you. Is that a chest with stuff in it? Oh, that's private. Okay. What about Madame Stephanie? She seems to like us. Maybe not here. Maybe not here. Is that a poo hole? No. Cats have poo holes. Oop. That's the prayer room. Where is Lady Stephanie? I haven't seen her. Davish is waiting in the middle of the courtyard. I know she wants to help us, probably. She was there last night listening to our tale. Oh, there she is. Okay.
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
Can you let me out?
My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me. But I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil.
Okie dokie. Can you let me out?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
I have to bury my parents.
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
Where can I get armor?
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Okay, where's the armory?
Where's that?
Okay.
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
I might have to pay a bribe.
It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Money.
I will repay you, I swear.
25 money points. What if they ask me where I'm going? Oh, 50 money points.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay, so we now can sneak out with all these lines, I think.
My lady, I must go now.
Let's look for armors then. We'll go... Can I just... Oh, there's paper. No, we can't. A chest with a hard lock. A very hard lock. I don't think we can get anything above very easy. But with the money we just got, we should be able to buy at least 2 more lockpicks. Uh-oh. My controller just died. Come back, controller. No. It's just been 3 hours. Come on. I know you can survive longer than that. Yeah. Let's get some more lockpicks. Yo. Trade.
Can we trade?
Trade?
If you've got the coin.
Trade? Oh, the controller died again. Okay, my controller is pretty much dead. I kind of need it for lockpicking though. Lockpicking is a bit hard. But I got the hang of it with controllers. I'm not sure if I can even do it properly with mouse and keyboard. We'll see. Let's let it charge for a bit. We'll run around. Okay. I need some lockpicks. Give me 2. We have 50 bucks. That's enough for that, but let's still haggle. Haggle.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
Okay, can you go down 4 money points? Bam.
Agree?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
Okay.
That's a sum I can live with.
We're saving cash. And getting some XP in something. So the armory is above the gate, but there's other places too where we can find the armors. For example, the tower. How do I crouch with mouse and keyboard? Alt, Control, Shift, Space, Tab. I don't know. How do I crouch? Controls. Crouch, crouch, crouch. C. C for crouch. Makes sense. Close the door. Stay crouched. There's a sword in there. We already have a sword. I could pick up a shield, but we'll be fine. We have a long sword. It's two-handed. We're looking for armor. There's a very easy lockpick. Okay, let me get my controller again. It charged up just a little bit. Hopefully enough for this. There. Ugh, damn it. No! Almost had it. Whoop. No, I can't. Whoop. Damn it. Oh, the sweet spot is more over here. Come on. Okay, we made it. Give me all that stuff, please. Thank you. Now we need something to cover our face, though. If you must steal, make sure no one sees you. Go far away to resell them, otherwise they'll know it's stolen. Also, a fence is good. A hard lock, a bow, some arrows. I don't think Henry can even use a bow, so it's pointless to pick up. Was that the public area? This is public area. We can just... Oh, okay. Okay. Let's put on the armor. Boop, 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 boop. Keep the pants on. Aren't we missing? Yeah, we're missing this. Okay, so we pretty much changed entirely. All of our clothes are different. Let's confirm just to be sure with Lady Stephanie. Since I can. Go, 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 go. Only our pants are the same. Hey, you're the guy who knows about... Oh, he knows about the cumins, and he has a neat little vest. That's a very hard lockpick. Okay. And we're back to where we went up to the gate for. Is this a spot? No, that's not the spot. It's up here. Heyo.
My lady.
God be with you. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Aha, it worked.
It's me, my lady. Henry.
I didn't recognize you at all. I still think you should stay here in the safety of the castle, Henry. But I see your heart is drawing you away from here. God go with you.
Okie dokie. Let's just get on the horse and go through the gate. Since now they don't recognize me. Can you talk to people while on a horse? I don't remember. Yeah, you can't. I have to dismount and remount. Okay. At least Henry knows how to ride a horse. Let me out.
To get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone, farewell.
Okay. Let's go back to Skalitz. Okay, let's avoid these guards. You can stick around the town, but they're gonna know you're gone and start a search for you. And arrest you. So let's just run out of here. There's a shrine. Yeah, there's only soldiers hanging around here. So if they see you, they'll try to stop you. But we have a disguise, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where we went. Near the cliffside. Well. Hey, there's still people out there.
Yeah.
At least at the quarry. That counts as a stealth point. I'll take it.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own.
What? No! Why, Henry? That's a cumin horse. Come on, that's rare at least. Damn it, Henry. You didn't even tie it to a tree or something. Ooh. Ew. I thought we saw people flee to this little church building. Oh. I guess they didn't make it. Ew. Okay. Let's get to Skalitz. That's clothing, right? Yeah. I could loot the dead, but that seems inappropriate. There's a shrine here. I don't see it. Keep the sword unsheathed. Oh, hey, there's a guy. Hello. Are we supposed to fight? Guess we're supposed to fight now.
Look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Boop. That was a bad hit he just took. Ow. Thankfully we have actual armor. Okay, and he surrenders. Surrenders. Just leave your weapon.
I'll let you go, but the weapon stays here.
So be it.
I'm just gonna pick that up. Yoink. It's kind of a long way to get there. If only we had a horse. I don't know where we would find those, but I don't know where you could get one of those, but if only we had one. I'm trying to run as fast as I can, but Henry doesn't have much stamina right now.
Hey!
Huh? What? Who did he just haze to? Who that? Did you just scare him off? Okay. You just hide. A shrine. Oh. Can I sneak up on this guy? No, you don't see me. Now he sees me. Oof. And he's dead. And he's super dead. And my controller's dead too. Makes sense. How do I loot? It says I'm still in combat. Oh, well, guess not. Noble shoes are valuable. And the plate stuff. And the axe. Let me just get my controller back on the charge station. Because when combat comes up, I'm hoping not to be too awful with the old keyboard and mouse. Okay, we'll see. Let's keep going. I'd like to try to sneak up on one of them at least. Trying that sneak skill. We'd have to see them from far away though. Okay, X for whistling. How do I sheath or unsheath? I don't know. E for time. Oh, this is blocked. How do I sheath or unsheath? Settings, control. Combat, block, draw weapon, 1. Okay. Got it. Discover the nest. Where? Up in the trees? We have no bows to shoot it down, so it's fine. No, there's somebody. Are they facing towards us? Probably. It is stormy and dark. Let's see if he doesn't see us coming. Or these plants. Don't know. He doesn't see us yet. Damn it, doggy. No! He saw me right there at the end. Cool. Okay, I'm having a hard time with the mouse, but that's mostly fine. Is there more? No. Oh, bandages. Give me that. And a healing potion. And a bludgeon. A bludgeon. Yoink. Only one guy surrendered. The other two just died. I think we just did too much damage too quickly.
Bailiff. He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
Yoink. 1 groschen. And those horses didn't. Ugh. Those will be mostly cumin horses, right?
You stood by
Arrows.
his side when he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon him like me.
Okay.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Now we have to find a shovel. I think I remember where it was. Near the tavern, right? Well,
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Mishak? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? And isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I mean, that's why he's going for you. Yeah, that's why.
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
Bury.
Bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
No. What happened to Teresa?
Do you know what happened?
Hey, speech leveled up.
From the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune,
Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
Uh-huh. Can you give me the spade?
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it, anyway?
No.
Fine. I'll take the spade, and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Yes.
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
Suits me. I'll knock
Oh.
your teeth in then.
Fighting time. Boop. 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 Hey, Mud, help me. And he's down.
That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
I'll take that. Yoink. Now I know we're meant to find somebody else's corpse too.
Easy there, boy. You know me. Your good master won't be looting, is he?
I didn't loot the body though. I didn't do that. Yet. Where's the tavern again? Oh, it's here.
No. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it.
I think everything's been already sacked. There's not really any points of sticking around. Anything to salvage from the forge? Not really. Is the house okay? It seems to be standing still. Oh, they took all the food. Damn it. I mean, rob. That's our own chest. Take it. I guess that's all there is. The Lindell tree.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Where do I dig? Oh, okay. Is he gonna make 2 separate graves or just one? Or just one really big grave? I guess it's gonna be one because he said they wanted to lie together.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all.
What? Are you not strong enough to move the bodies?
Is that him? Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek? Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down!
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
Now, I don't think you're meant to win this fight.
Way off.
Supposed to just run away. I'm out. We'll come back later to bury our parents. He's not running after us. Can I find like a good spot to cheese him? I've slowed down. There's an invisible wall, it seems. Hey, Spajek. Get out of there. Get out. Oh, they're getting up on us too. Ouch. Oof. It was bleh. Okay, well, I tried.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood.
I mean, we've killed somebody else with it before, so...
I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Uh-huh.
The games are over.
Don't run over Henry. Okay, well. It wasn't bright red, so shouldn't have been too hard. No, there goes the sword. Yeah, see, they even called him Henry's father. What was his name again? Matthew? Martin, that's his name. Okay. Oh boy. Let's go over here. Save my parents? Where? This house? Parents! I gotcha. I don't. What is this? Where am I? Who are you? I think I'm in the middle of scallops. Let's go, it's a dream. You can fly, Henry. I can't. You have infinite stamina, Henry. Reading is for the weak. You're immortal now. Over here somewhere? I don't know where I am exactly. We still have a sword at least. Oh, hey! Bam! 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 Ow! It's dream combat. Got him. Bam! Ouch. Boom! You're saved. Random villager. Where? Who am I? What? Where? I did it. I'm just gonna pick that up. Okay. Hello? Oh wait, oh, I can't. I have the objective on my mini-map. I can just go and follow that instead. Oh, well, it's gone.
Do you need some help?
Oh. Hit them too. Yeah, I remember that. I was there.
Henry!
Hmm.
There's work to be done.
Ah. No, not the loading screen.
It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
It was a big nightmare.
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
How's the bed?
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
A few days later, which were delirious.
You're awake.
Yo.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
What were you doing?
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
Ah.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them?
All of them. Everyone I ever loved.
killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Okay. And how did you find me? Is it me, you know, running all over the village, trying to escape from the bandits?
How did you manage to save me?
Oh, that's a different question.
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
They were looking for me?
Searching for me?
Yes, Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
I'm tired.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Go back to sleep.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
Even later.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
Where?
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Ratay Mill, my uncle's mill at Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
Okie dokie.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
I mean...
Well enough to do what has to be done.
Do I have a choice?
Where can I find Sir Radzik?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
Or if you say please.
And I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you my life.
I owe you both my life. And I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Food. Ratay Mill is my new home. I can sleep here and do stuff. And there's a trunk. Where's the trunk? There's the trunk. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff for... That's all my loot, right? All the loot I took. Bread rolls. Let's just eat. I'll read a bit of the codex. Eat from the pot. I'll read from the codex. And, boop. And then we can call it for today. Let's see, I want to know more about beverages. Beverages? What's with the water? There were shortages of clean drinking water due to pollution of water caused by human activities around rural settlements, and fruit juices were available only in season. Hence, everywhere, including children, drank beer. The beer brewed at home was weaker and heavier than today, contains 1 to 5% alcohol, and served instead of soup. It had no head of foam, was brewed from wheat, so-called white beer, or from barley, old beer. Only in the 15th century did hops come to be added for better beer quality, bringing out a bitter flavor. Wine was drunk apparently at court, and in monasteries it would be different today, but it's different from today's by its spicy, sweet aftertaste. Be condensed into a thick syrup and diluted with water. Spirits were altogether rare. Distillation took place in small volumes. Fruits and cereal distillates were again weaker than today, about 15-20%. The most popular drink was mead from honey. Let's see, camping, clothing and fashion, constellation crosses, dugout shelters. Let's learn about, I don't know, money. Currency in the Middle Ages took form of minted coins in denominations corresponding to the quantity of precious materials used, gold or silver. In Bohemia, the silver Prague groschen long served as legal tender. The decimal system was not in general use. 1 groschen divided into 7 pennies, and those turned into 14 hellers. Similarly, counting and calculating was done in dozens, and 3 scores, or koppa. However, since this would be rather confusing for us today, the smallest unit is just 0.1 groschen. Around the year 1400, the quality, and hence the value of the groschen dropped significantly, with other metals being added to the silver. Uh-oh. Currency... what's it called again when you do that? Debasement. There we go. Debasement. This was to do with overexploitation of the mining deposits of the most valuable metals around Kuttenberg, central Bohemia, and Giovlava, Eglio, I don't know, in Moravia, and a shortage of goods for exchange with foreign countries. Economic and financial problems at that time led to a growing anti-Semitism, a rise in crime, and ultimately the collapse of the Czech currency. Counterfeit coins were circulating alongside genuine ones, despite the fact that counterfeiting was one of the most serious crimes and was punished by burning at the stakes. Coins were circulated and marked with a crown, or the crowned head of the monarch on the observe, and in Bohemia, the Czech lion, in a square on the reverse, substituted by an eagle in Moravia. Smaller silver coins were minted right up to the Hussite Wars. The mint employed 2 mint masters to vouch for the precious metal quality of the coins under mortal oath. The price of goods and articles varied locally and changed frequently. Okay, so that's how money works. Locations. How about Skalitz? There was probably a settlement in the area where Skalitz lies today as early as the 13th century, though there's no mention of the castle until 1361. The development of the town was prompted by silver mining. The owners of the castle included some guy and some other guy, until Radzig came along. Later the very same year, though, Kubla was forced to flee from the castle to protect the inhabitants of Skalitz from King Sigismund's invading army, which torched the castle and the adjoining village. The estate was never renewed thereafter. In 1403, Wenceslas IV granted the remains of the village to Jan Sokol of Lemberg. The ruins of the medieval castle and fortification was scavenged for building material for the church of St. John of Nepomuk in 1730. Today only the main remnant of the gatehouse walls, the Zwinger, I don't know how to say that, and the perimeter walls remain. Events, the Battle of Nicopolis, I heard that. Nicopolis. The Battle of Nicopolis took place on the 25th of September 1396, whatever, between Sigismund and the Turks, led by the Sultan Bayezid. Sigismund's army was made up of soldiers from France, Burgundy, Germany, England, Italy, Bohemia, Poland, and other countries. In all, it was 10 to 15,000 strong. The Ottomans, who at the end of the 14th century would control the entirety of the Balkans, numbered around 20,000. The experienced Turkish combatants routed the Christian knights completely, largely because the Russian and French knights disobeyed orders, attacking the Turkish vanguard under the misconception that it was the main force, and were subsequently crushed. Those who didn't die on the battlefield were brutally put to death, reportedly up to 3,000 men. The wealthiest were taken prisoner and saved for a ransom, which they paid over decades. When news of defeat reached Paris, no one believed it, and those who had initially spread the news were put to death. The Ottoman victory was a triumph of Islam over Christendom. The Turkish army represented a real threat to European countries, especially Hungary. That was only like 6, 7 years ago. What happens again? 1396? Constantinople hasn't fallen yet. Only in 50 years that's gonna happen. So, and this is after the 4th... Yeah, this is after the 4th Crusade, so there should be some of the remnant Christian kingdoms over there. Okay. I mean, it is going to be a trade, but they're going to be focusing inward. So, you'll be fine. The second of Skalitz. Little is known about the war in 1402 to 1403, when Sigismund invaded Bohemia and tried to seize power. The records that do exist are fairly vague. However, we do know that the fate of Skalitz, which was burned to the ground on the 23rd of March 1403. We know the exact date because the document was preserved that Sigismund signed that day in the siege camp. Sigismund undoubtedly chose Skalitz because of silver. Skalitz, according to legend, Kobila and his people who were hiding from the attackers in the castle were able to escape because of a great storm that blew up, and forced the besieging army to wait until morning to take the castle. The castle defenders took advantage of the opportunity and, under the cover of the darkness, fled to nearby Ratay. In the morning, the only thing Sigismund's men found in the empty castle was a goat. This is also in the game. It is. What? Are you expecting me to go back to the castle and see a goat? Okay. Sigismund then razed the town, then the castle to the ground, and the castle was never rebuilt. Today, only foundations remain. Society. What about millers? Boop. Milling is one of the oldest crafts in the Czech lands. the construction of water mills being well known since earliest times. Over the centuries, the mechanism was perfected. In the Middle Ages, there were mills in practically every village. There was also windmills or mills powered by oxen or horses. Milling was one of the so-called freelance professions. They included trade in villages, among other roles. With increasing numbers of water mills and other water-powered equipment, there was a need to settle relationships between the various millers. Already by the mid-14th century, an association of provincial millers, experts in the field of water rights, was set up with powers to survey watercourses, stipulate the scale of mill earthworks, assess the technical condition of mills, and so on. They also drew up a code of conduct for millers so as to ensure their use of water for milling caused no loss to others. Since the mills stood apart from other village houses, millers were often subject of gossip and were accused of earning money on the side in nefarious ways, from selling customers short on flowers to outright witchcraft, thievery, and trafficking in stolen goods. The latter accusation in particular were simply defamatory and without a grain of truth, which is why every single miller in the game are fences for stolen goods. Characters. The Ronov family. Who? A noble house of the Czech lands. Represented as the Hanush of Lepa. Okay. Anything else? Let's read about... What about blacksmiths? There we go, last entry for today. Blacksmithing was one of the most important occupations since earliest times because iron was a very valuable raw material. In earlier times, it was not only deep mined, It was not deep mined, but only acquired from surface mines. Not a piece was allowed to go to waste. People even kept used nails. There was a blacksmith at practically every castle vicinity or village, who forged almost everything that was needed for agriculture: knives, axes, sickles, plows, hoes, etc. Other blacksmiths specialized in making swords, helmets, lances, harness fittings, locks, and jewelry. The forge was most often a shed with a wall. Its essential equipment consisted of a large bellows, an anvil, tongs, hammers, punches, flies, etc. In a well-equipped forge, the smith could develop heat up to 1,400 degrees Celsius, which, in case you don't know, is hot. Okay, I think that's enough for today. So tomorrow we're gonna be getting to the more open side of the game. Probably apologize to the miller and stuff, but for now let's just save. Oh wait, I have no schnapps. Let's loot all this stuff and save. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.